Hi, my name is Trey, and you're watching Trey's Myths and Tunes on YouTube and Odyssey. And today, my Sunday service is called True Anarchy is Respectful, Peaceful, and Free. And you know, the lords that think they're taking over this whole planet are the opposite of respectful, peaceful, and free. They don't even care that humans and plants need sunlight. They'll make storms, atmospheric rivers, or when they see rain clouds coming, they'll make sure they go for days. Okay? And by the way, while I'm on the subject, there was nothing at all wrong with my computer. Of course. The operating system said, we find nothing wrong. After 230 videos discussing the real truth, even after being shadow banned, nothing wrong, huh? And all this psychological suffering they attempted to cause and hijacking by 3 days last week that I couldn't go online at all. This never happened to me at my brother's house in South Carolina, of course. And yesterday, I basically had no problem at all after I restarted once. So, it just goes to show, man. It was either the local devil worshippers, the Mr. BG himself, or the actual NAs themselves. The actual NAs discovered me talking about them. That's not okay. So we can't let them online. So if that happens again, I'm just going to remember my Buddhist studies and just blow it off until whenever they do something they're working on trying to fuck with someone else. I've got to roll, 'cause I thought, the fucking fakest god of all is so sure that they stole it all. So I'll spend the whole day funky. I'll spend the whole day stoned. Even when I haven't seen the sun for days, I'm still having fun. 'Cause I'm drinking raw milk anyway. Get my vitamin D up yours, you deceiver. You'll never rule over me. 'Cause I gotta know the Christ is within. So I serve the devil and all the clubs, just a big fat shit-eating grin. And I'll spend the whole day funky. I'll spend the whole day stoned, acting silly like a monkey just to help my soul to feel at home. Is it the end or the beginning? How about another ending? Or how about when true love is never ending? True anarchy is respectful, peaceful, and free. It's nothing like they say on TV. Okay, so in the modern days, the post-humans and the transhuman Nazis, such as WHO, WEF, the anarchists, as it were, in other words, the anarchists are trying to make the entire planet their programmable slaves, and that's what this is really about. This is not really weather. No, this is about creating the great space fence. Again, reference Lockheed Martin's YouTube page, and please report back to me if you think that was actually a human talking and it made sense to you, because I would like to know why you believe that. So, you see, Klaus Schwab's spokesperson in charge, a young man my age or younger, he has been insisting in interviews that human soul is an old myth. There's an old myth that humans had a soul or a spirit, and we can hack that out and program that out. They say it openly. Archy is soulless. Okay? Mythology of warring, hijacking, and invading the reptilian rulers that have amazing talents of controlling ignorant people through their emotions, through their needs, making them 3D slaves for the box, for their food, slaves to survive, slaves for their gas. But they never have had respect for humans. They never have had any real sense of how to attain peace. They believe violence, conquest, domination, taking over things, being a control freak, setting forth this narcissistic parasite entity spirit through the institutions and the law, through the rulership of their fake reptilian bloodline kings. Oh, this is how they have to do it, man. They're never going to learn unless they learn the hard way. And even then they won't learn. So humans have to learn through doing something besides being obedient slaves. Because as long as you think towing the line is how you're going to learn, you're not going to learn. Real humans are true, peaceful anarchists. Anarchist means self-rulership, sovereignty. You know, like I said in the first video, I used to think anarchist rituals were shoplifting from slavery, but I no longer think that that's not real anarchy. Again, anarchy simply means the absence of a fake king. No, Gnostic routines such as this show, rituals, spontaneous, harmless fun, where no one's controlling you. That's what you could have, you know, having harmless, spontaneous fun. That would be a real anarchist ritual. If you did it at a certain time. It doesn't mean you can't be reverent or ritual. It just means you can be in any, you know, respectful spiritual tradition and be an anarchist. It just means you don't believe in the fake rulership of kings. No one controlling you. Anarchist is also against the archons, the archists, the fake thief kings. Anarchists fully respect authority is only within the individual body and soul. Your body, your soul, your decision, your choice. Not fake informed consent, real informed consent. And the Gnostic knows we must create peace through wisdom, and the respectful real anarchist is going to understand this too. Anarchists fully realize the illegitimacy of the authorities, endless war and slavery. Anarchy is mostly peace. Think about nature, for example. It's all about sovereignty, okay? Contrasting the two, fake reality that was the hijacked version, this planet slavery, versus the original divine Christos, which is more simply like anarchy, where everyone is self-ruled. It's like, well, you're obviously it's comparing arbitrary bullshit and real morality. Okay, so remember the fake rulers are truly the lawless ones. 2020 was the most, and also extremely well, powerfully organized, amazingly talented organization. 2020 proved that. And most of the organization was through bribery and threats, let's face it. So Sai Baba said, real estate is not real estate. My friend who was in that cult told me. Jaya Hari told me one time, you know, giving me an incredibly good deal on a sublet. But when I quit doing that, he said, well, you don't want to rent because renting is the feudal system. I mean, this guy laid some wisdom pearls on me, like teaching me how to eat the ash of cannabis. But, you know, also taught me about the NPDs and MPEs and all that. And I just wish peace and healing and clarity to them and everyone. To everyone involved in these ancient to modern cults that taught them, you know, to stay stuck in the hierarchy, to stay obedient to the fake kings or the inserted and inverted. Man, I hope we can, as a species, we figure out finally how to let go and realize the reptilians' talent for inserting their fake ass ideas in, rejecting the fake ideas. Because really, if you meet a real anarchist who actually practices the non-aggression principle also, which means they don't harm anyone else's stuff, you might actually feel shocked at how free they are, unless they have to figure out how to feed themselves and don't have a job or something like that, don't have income. So for some of us, it's a goal. For others of us, they're already there in different ways. But the reality of the future for humanity is self-rulership. It is not this fake kings and these, negative alien-sponsored Nazis bloodlines and bloodlines of the Illuminati. No, it's more about finally learning how to have enough discernment to not have warring reptilians control our planet anymore. Doing our best to realize that the humans and half reptilian bloodlines in charge of these war machines are very much the same as a little 5-year-old with their hands on an atomic bomb and somehow having the kid gloves on enough to say, nah, you don't want to blow up the world anymore. Having the courage to do what I'm doing now and figure out how to do it in a way to reach more people than I can through a tent with shadow banning, with a lot of infiltration, or where they wouldn't let me online for days at a time. Again, that's all just simply, perhaps because I haven't 100% taken back my power, done the shadow work. Unless you're 100%, this world is going to judge you by every flaw. Look at politicians. Every time you do something silly, you could just be judged by that for your whole life if you're a public speaker. So, having the fearlessness and the courage it takes to accept personal responsibility, to face our flaws, our past, our stupid side, to admit, there's vastly more that I don't know than there is that I know. There's just simply the beginning of wisdom. It's not. The know-it-all is usually an idiot. And so if you think you know everything, you got a lot more to learn. And of course, as I said, I learned in single digits probably. Like most things, anarchy is actually the opposite of what they say in the media, which is run by the reptile bloodlines. No, anarchy means the absence of kings. And as Mark Passio said, kingship is slavery. So, eventually, rather than being chicken shit about it, more people will, that I try to share this wisdom with, will tune in. And never forgetting the oneness in all moments as much as possible. Never forgetting the sacred Christ is our real mother, father, God. Never forgetting the Mother Earth is our real sacred home that never charges us a penny of rent. And never forgetting that the real soul, Christos, Helios, our Mother, Father, God, has never judged us at all, nor will they ever. And the final judgment is really when you stop judging yourself. However, if you obey Archy, if you believe in hierarchy, if you believe this inverted society is going to legitimately help you or rule over you in a respectful way, I mean, how much of a Pollyanna are you? Okay, no one rules over someone else in a respectful way, as far as I know. And if they do, maybe they can pull it off. But otherwise, remember, only you can fight the forest fires in your third eye and reclaim your true connection to the Most High. And realize what an amazing, magical, beautiful, unfathomable opportunity it is to be alive in a human body in this time when we can collectively reclaim the Christ. And this is what I wish for you. Many blessings and one love, my family.